Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
We had an idea that they might come out and challenge this secondary, but I don't know if we thought it'd be right out of the gate on the very first play of the game. But they did so successfully, they've got to feel good about how things have started.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swing the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
So now the Bills are going to line up here to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball and try and get things settled down a little bit.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Play action. Now Wilson. This is Gordon on the dump off. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has
skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Handler. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1. On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism. Great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the 31, Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. A huge play there for Denver.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Will Harris. And now off to the races down the right side. The 30. 10. 5. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 63 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 58 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On first down, Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And that is no good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On play action, Allen dancing to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Baron Browning gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. To throw is Wilson. Step, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Third and long. It's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. The 20, 10, touchdown Bills. O.J. Howard, 60 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
One play at a time. Here we go.
And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
That's going to be caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain there for the Bills.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 160 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson will throw again. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Play action. It's Wilson. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own.
to take a knee. The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.